Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I am going climbing for the first time in I would say 2 or 3 months. This time I'm trying to take climbing a little bit more seriously in terms of incorporating more training for it, because I did really want to get good at climbing. So just to give a little background reference, I've been climbing for about 2016 was my first time. Yeah. So 2016 was my first time ever climbing, and then ever since then I got into it a little bit more and more over the years. So it's been around 6 years of climbing on and off. And so my peak for climbing was around a V7 or V6 I would flash, and then V7 I would get in about 2 or 3 days just projecting, and then V8s I haven't gotten a V8, but I have touched those climbs. Honestly, my goal right now, as of right now, is to just get back to a baseline of around V5, V6, because that's where I was before all of my finger injuries started happening and I couldn't climb as much, and I got more into weightlifting, powerlifting, that sort of stuff. So I did gain a little bit of weight, so I'm trying to cut down right now. So today I'm trying to figure out where my baseline is at, where my starting point is, because as I've said before, I haven't touched a rock climbing hold in 3 months. So I want to see where my finger strength is at as of right now. We're gonna test it out in the gym right now. Okay, let's head in. Alright, Joe, now I'm gonna do a little voiceover. Just warming up a little bit, getting the heart rate up. Just on an incline, doing some skips, some lateral shuffles, gotta do the other side as well, and back shuffling. Alright, now it's time to open up those shoulders. So just doing some external, internal rotations, both sides as well. And really opening up those shoulders with this mobility stick. Try and push it all the way back. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And back. Switching it up. Doing around the worlds with this. Make sure you double it back, do the other side. Now just banging out some pull-ups. Doing some scapular retractions just to open up the shoulders more. Then you gotta do some push-ups. Here's the gym. Alright, so I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'm just gonna start off, just warm up a little bit. V0s, V1s, V2s. Yeah. Alright, so here we go, finally getting into some climbing. Yes, climbers do wear their climbing shoes while barefoot. It might be kind of gross to those who aren't familiar with it, but for performance and for the shoe, it is better to go without socks. Chalking up, make sure the hands don't get too sweaty. And so here I'm just warming up on a V0, taking the movements nice and slow, trying to keep my arms straight so I conserve more energy, working on footwork, hand placement, all that. And then for part of my warm-up as well, I always try to practice some down climbing, and down climbing really helps with footwork, hand placement, and it just offers a different perspective just climbing downwards. So this one is another climb. It's a V intro, if I remember correctly. And let's speed it up. down climb. There you go. And this one is a black V1, and this one was a little bit different, pushing all the holds to the left side, really pulling hard, reaching up. This one is a green V2, and these holds are one of my favorites. They're the cube holds, and you can hold them in many different ways. And so here what I'm doing is I forgot what the technique was called, but it's kind of like projecting, or what was it called? It was forerunning, something like that, where you kind of map out how you're going to grab each hold with the left or right hand and where your feet placements are. It just helps before you actually get on the climb. And so this one was a V3. Nice and easy. So here I'm going to attempt a V4, and wow, that's a far reach. So I don't know if I could get this, but I maybe will try it again in the future. But these are more of like the dynamic moves in terms of climbing. So you really want to push up hard with your foot and then try and reach up for those two boulders. And this one I'm not too comfortable with dynamic moves in general because they take a lot of energy and they could lead to injuries, and I'm really just trying to avoid that. So I moved on to another climb. This one is also a V4, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit just because you can't really see me underneath the wall. And then just finish it out. And so this one was created probably by my brother. He's a route setter here, and I saw him actually setting this area of the wall. And so I was trying it out. I just couldn't figure it out. This one is a V4, so I got a little frustrated that I couldn't even get the start. Yeah, I couldn't quite stand on it. So in order to start it, you have to be in control with the start before you make your first move. And you know I have to take off my shirt just for the one time, because taking your shirt off, you can climb like 2 grades higher. This one is a V2. Or not a V2, this one's a V4. Yeah. This was nice and simple, straightforward, just overhung green V4. A lot of nice holds, nothing too hard. The one I'm on right now is a orange V3. This one was also pretty nice and straightforward. Finish hold, both hands. And so from here on out, that's basically what I did for the entire climbing training session. And right now I'm just slowly moving back down into like the V2s and the V1s. And that's about it. Finished the short little training session. Just kept it to around an hour and a half. I'll probably keep the training sessions to around an hour and a half until I get more comfortable with like my fingers and everything. Don't want to push it too far. So that's where I'm gonna stop for today. Yeah, so if you want to keep following the journey, please make sure to subscribe, comment, like, all of that. Let me know if you guys want to see anything specific in terms of like climbing training, like specifically like the hangboards and stuff like that. Also what I do in the weightlifting room for climbing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.